So Ifejika,
yeah,
did I pronounce that right?
Correct.
Now, so I know that's a Nigerian last name.
Correct.
So I'm going to assume that you grew up in a Nigerian household.
Most definitely.
So how do you think that affected your mindset when it comes to just life?
I mean, I was very conflicted, you know what I mean? Like, you got to think, like, you live in a world where we don't care where you're from because you live here. But then when you go home, it's like, well, we don't care where you live, you're from here. So it's that constant, like, tug of war between, like, telling your parents, like, yo, y'all not putting me in that outfit because I'm going to be in school fighting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or, like, you know, your teacher's, like, doing, like, class attendance. Like, when she starts getting to, like, the H's and the G's, you just wait for it to, like, get to, like, yo, I'm here, man, I'm here. Because every day it's going to be a laugh. And then you're going to have to fight and all that, and, you know, dealing with that stuff, you know, which giving you thick skin. And then, like, on a deeper level, you know, it's dealing with, like, ignorances and stereotypes, which I think that is not addressed at all. Like, people always talk about, like, the white-black, the clashing between, like, white and black in America, but people don't really talk about it clashing between, like, African and African-American. Like, if you really think about it, like, you know, it's a super disconnect when you think about, like, black people derived from Africa, so they should really hold Africans in higher regard.
Absolutely.
Right? But it's like a running joke. It's like, Africa, oh, I don't, like, you ride elephants, you like the miseducation.
Yeah.
But then in turn would be offended with a white person who's miseducated on black America. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's always been that kind of, like, that back and forth, like, that butting heads, that clashing. So I always, like, was, like, conflicted because, like, and also, like, misconceptions, like, oh, you're light skinned. Or stuff like that, or, like, you don't look like you need 10 cents a month, you know what I'm saying? I'm a big guy, so it's like stuff like that, just, you know, so it's just like it was a constant confliction. And then, like, even, like, with my parents, like, talking to them about you got me getting deep on here early, but talking to them about dreams, aspirations. You know, when you come from, like, an African household, there's literally 5 jobs that are respected: doctor, lawyer, pharmacist, engineer. You know what I'm saying? Like, starting a business is like, what are you doing? Yeah, right, because they don't even think that stuff is possible.
Right.
Like, they don't even think, like, my son can come from another country and start, like, YouTube and get billions. Like, that's not possible.